A recent Constitutional Court judgment puts an end to independent pharmacists' 7-year battle with retailer Clicks Group over its ownership structure of retail pharmacies and a subsidiary pharmaceutical manufacturer. Part of the problem seems to have been in-house pharmacists at Clicks apparently being incentivized to prescribe its medication, which was declared by the Independent Pharmacy Association to be unethical and a conflict of interest. Let's find out more with Jackie Maiman, who is the CEO of the Independent Community Pharmacy Association. Jackie, good evening to you and welcome. You represent a formidable group of people, over 3,500 pharmacists, 20,000 healthcare personnel. One imagines this comes as a relief for your stakeholders. What's the immediate win for you?
Hi, Iman. Thanks for having me. So, yes, we're delighted with the court judgment. It's been a very long battle, but at the end of the day, the Constitutional Court ruled in our favor. So I think the immediate win is actually for the patient out there. I think ICPA, and we are an association of independently owned community pharmacies, want to put the profession back into pharmacy. And for that to happen, pharmacists need to be able to dispense without any potential conflict of interest. And so I think the win for us is that any corporate pharmacies that are in contravention of this court ruling are going to need to get their house in order. And we are hoping that in the future, any patients that go into a pharmacy will know that whatever medicine is recommended to them is given without any commercial conflicts of interest.
So this commercial conflict you're talking about is what we shared now in the introduction, is the incentivization of their in-house pharmacists to dispense their medicine first. How should it ordinarily be done?
Okay, so the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, says that all people in South Africa have a right to health care. And we believe as well, and Pharmacy Council, our statutory council, states that you also have a right to choice. Now, unfortunately, when there's a conflict of interest, and be this in the form of a commercial incentive or performance appraisals, a pharmacist is recommending products that are owned within their group. This is a problem. And we believe that pharmacists, when they receive a prescription, if they are offering a generic alternative, that we are offering the best medicine at the best price for that patient, and that there are no other considerations in that decision at all. So in other words, a patient is given a choice and they are not just given an in-house brand.
Just to clarify, Jackie, were there any issues on quality and price with Clicks products?
So that is not what we were arguing. We were arguing about the potential for there to be issues. So whether there was or wasn't, we don't know. All we know is that there was a potential for this conflict of interest.
And clarify for us, Clicks issued a statement saying that the judgment doesn't restrict its pharmacies from continuing to dispense unicorn products, and they say these are well-priced and generic, also approved by SAPRA. Does this move block Clicks from owning the pharmacies and its drug manufacturer Unicorn?
So the sanction that the Concourt delivered was that the DG must make this choice. Now, we will make representations to the GP. It's actually the community pharmacies that are in contravention of the law. So the DG has a couple of choices. One is revoke the licenses of the community pharmacies. That is fairly drastic. The other is get Clicks to divest from Unicorn. In other words, don't have ownership of Unicorn. And again, the win for us there is that currently, and this was pointed out by the judge in the judgment, that there would also be a preference for the manufacturing pharmacy to supply their own pharmacies. And of course, we see that. I can tell you right now that no independents can order a Unicorn product. So if a doctor writes a script and puts there not to be substituted and prescribes a Unicorn product, you are locked into the Clicks network. You cannot go anywhere else. And this was the problem that we were talking about.
Right. So this has been a particular hardship. What have been other hardships, Jackie, that have kept you in the 7-year court battle?
So, I think something that ICPA as an association is trying to do as well is to level the playing fields. So we believe that independent pharmacists deliver excellent health care. However, there are a number of stumbling blocks. One of them is that these vertically integrated systems make sure that the margins are far greater for a corporate that has this kind of setup, and it makes it very difficult for us to compete with these pharmacies because they're making profit at multiple levels. The other issue we have, and there are other corporate pharmacies that fall foul of this legislation, is that, for instance, the Medical Schemes Act and designated service providers, we have issues there where there are service providers that are put out and they are within these vertically integrated corporate groups. And so we will be drawing to the attention of the DG other corporate pharmacies that fall foul of this act.
So it sounds like this is just one step in a potentially, 1,000-step journey, which we will continue to follow and watch. Thanks for talking to us and sharing your point of view. Independent Community Pharmacy Association CEO, Jackie Maiman.